Good evening, everyone. It is Tuesday night, and we are here chapter 26 tonight. I pray that you all had a good weekend, and I pray that Monday went well for you all. I do apologize for not being on yesterday. Yesterday, I had I got the itis. I ate some good food that my husband put together, and I went to sleep. I went to sleep not long after. I was worn out, but I'm glad to be doing this with y'all tonight. I'm glad to be here another day. So we are going to go ahead and get into 26. because 26 is quite lengthy. Of course, as you all know, and yes, I got my big old hoodie and my blemish thing on. Please don't mind me, y'all. Don't mind me. I try to look nice every time I come up on here now. But yeah, about that. I just need to be comfortable. Plus the air conditioning is on, but it's trying to air condition the whole house, and I'm freezing back here in my office. So yes. Okay, so I will be reading from the King James version of the 1611, or the King James 1611 version of the Holy Bible tonight, as always. And of course, just to help break things down like layman's terms, I'll be coming to y'all from the Message Remix. Now, if you don't have a Bible on the Bible app, or if you don't have the Message, like I said, it can be kind of pricey to buy this one specifically. They do have the Message now on the Bible app. You can switch between different versions. So say you're reading something under King James or NIV or something. Though I'll be honest, I only rock with the King James version. But and then most of y'all know too, I have the Sefer, which is like the Hebrew text that they broke down into English, and it contains like some of the books that were taken out by the Roman Catholics. But I usually rock with this one. And not amplified, though they do have the Amplified Bible too. Message just kind of breaks it down, and sometimes I just need help thinking, right? Also, of course, you can always get free Bibles online, because they do have ministries that do offer them to people. They do have Bibles where you can buy them relatively. They've got some King James Version Bibles I saw that were like $2 and some, $3 and some. But of course, with that comes shipping. So, but you can find those online. Also, the Dollar Tree does supply Bibles, and they're usually about $1.25 now. So, there's that. And then, of course, if you have any questions tonight, feel free to take notes. You can drop them in the comments as we go along, or you can send them to me in Messenger, either on Facebook or on Instagram. And I do have my social media tags in the description below. But like I said, we are going to go ahead and get into this because it is kind of lengthy, y'all. So, let's see. Where we left off at 25, Jesus was pretty much talking about people that are there for them, people that are there for him and his people, and people that, that aren't. He'll be asking, you weren't there for me during this time. People are going to be like, well, I didn't see, where were you, Lord? I didn't see you during the time my people were there. You didn't take care of them, therefore you didn't take care of me. But that was at the end of 25. So now we're going to go ahead and jump into 26. And it reads, "And it came to pass when Jesus had finished all these things, saying, he said unto his disciples, Ye know that after 2 days is the feast of the Passover, and the Son of Man is betrayed to be crucified. Then assembled together the chief priests and the scribes and the elders of the people unto the palace of the high priest, who was called Caiaphas." Now also, don't come for me, y'all. I tell y'all in every video, some names, cities, places, I don't know how to pronounce all of them. But if you know, please feel free to drop those in the comments below or send them to me in Messenger. Please let me know the correct pronunciation, because as I'm reading this and I'm going through, I'm learning right along with y'all. And I'm more than happy to be taught something from other people who might know more than I do. So like I said, leave those, but don't come for me for saying it wrong. Okay? All right, so we were talking about Caiaphas. All right, let's see. Let's see. So let's start at verse 3 again then. Then assembled together the chief priests and the scribes and the elders of the people unto the palace of the high priest, who was called Caiaphas, and consulted that they might take Jesus by subtlety and kill him. Subtlety. Okay, subtly, I guess. And kill him. But they said, not on the feast day, lest there be an uproar among the people. Now, when Jesus was in Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head, as he sat and ate meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, to what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor. When Jesus understood it, he said unto them, why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always. For in that she hath poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this that this woman hath done be told for a memorial of her. Then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went unto the chief priests, and said unto them, what will ye give me, and I will deliver him unto you? And they covenanted with him for 30 pieces of silver. With some money, y'all. You give somebody up like that. Somebody that done did you right. He just give him up for 30 pieces of silver. And from that time, he sought opportunity to betray him. Now the first day of the feast of unleavened bread was, Now the first day of the feast of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Jesus, saying unto him, where wilt thou that we prepare for thee to eat the Passover? There's a lot of wilt thous and goodness. All right. And he said, go into the city to such a man, and say unto him, the master saith, my time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples. I feel like I have a legit question real quick, and maybe somebody can answer this in the comments below. But why, as Christians, if we follow Jesus, Yeshua, as they call him in Hebrew, why don't we follow the Passover? Because he obviously still did. He still honored and celebrated the Passover. Why don't we? And why did we move on to Christmas? Okay, maybe somebody can answer that though for me. Maybe somebody can answer that for me. All right, so on to 19. And the disciples did as Jesus had anointed them, and they made ready the Passover. Now, when the even was come, when the evening had come, he sat down with the 12, and they did eat. And as they did eat, he said, verily I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me. And they were exceeding sorrowful And began every one of them to say unto him, Lord, is it I? And he answered and said, He that dippeth his hand with me in the dish, the same shall betray me. The Son of Man goeth as it is written of him. But woe unto that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. And it had been good for that man if he had not been born. Then Judas, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I? He said unto him, Thou hast said. And as they were eating, Jesus took bread and blessed it and brake it and gave it to the disciples and said, Take, eat, this is my body. And he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, Drink ye all of it, for this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins. But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth this fruit of the vine, until that day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom. And when they had sung a hymn, they went out into the Mount of Olives. Then said Jesus unto them, All ye shall be offended because of me this night. For it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered abroad. But meaning, once he passes, all the apostles would, all the disciples would be scattered amongst the world to spread the word, the gospel of Jesus. But after, and then we're on 32, I'm sorry. But after I am risen again, I will go before you into Galilee. Peter answered and said unto him, Though all men shall be offended because of thee, yet will I never be offended. Jesus said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, that this night before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice, meaning Peter would deny him 3 times. Peter said unto him, Though I should die with thee, yet will I not deny thee. Likewise also said all the disciples. Then cometh Jesus with them unto a place called Gethsemane, and said unto the disciples, Sit ye here, while I go and pray yonder. You know, that's, he went to Gethsemane. I see a lot of, at least around here on the East Coast, I see a lot of, or technically, I guess one so far, but no, not a lot, because there's one in Washington too. Graveyards, they're called Gethsemane. That's just weird to me. Sorry, off topic. Anyways, I digress. Sit ye here while I go and pray yonder. And he took with him Peter and the 2 sons of Zebedee, and began to be sorrowful and very heavy. Then saith he unto them, My soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here, and watch with me. And he went a little farther, and fell on his face, and prayed, saying, O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt. And he cometh unto the disciples, and findeth them asleep. Sorry, I say found. Findeth them asleep, and saith unto Peter, What, could ye not watch with me 1 hour? Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. He went away again the 2nd time and prayed, saying, O my Father, if this cup may not pass away from me, except I drink it, thy will be done. And he came and found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy. And he left them and went away again, and prayed the 3rd time, saying the same words. Then cometh he to his disciples, and saith unto them, Sleep on now, and take your rest. Behold, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Rise, let us be going. Behold, he is at hand that doth betray me. Meaning Judas. Judas went and told, while Jesus was praying, he went and told where he was. That just messes with me every time. I'm like, man, y'all couldn't stay awake. And Judas just 30 piece. I'm sorry. All right. On to 47. And while he spake, lo, Judas, one of the 12, came, and with him a great multitude with swords and staves, from the chief priests and elders of the people. Now he that betrayed him gave them a sign, saying, Whomsoever I shall kiss, that same is he. Hold him fast. And forthwith he came to Jesus, and said, Hail, Master, and kissed him. And Jesus said unto him, Friend, wherefore art thou come? Then came they and laid hands on Jesus, and took him. And behold, one of them which were with Jesus stretched out his hand, and drew his sword, and struck a servant of the high priest, and smote off his ear. Then Jesus said unto him, Put up again thy sword into his place, for they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. So those that fall by the sword, die by the sword, fall by the sword. Lord, forgive me. Let me see actually what it says over here if I can. But that was 52. Let me see if 52 is a standalone or if it goes into 53. Let's see. Hey, Nick. Let's see. 52 goes to 54. Okay, so let me go ahead and 54, and then I'll go ahead and break that down over here. Thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels? But how then shall the scriptures be fulfilled that thus it must be? So let's go ahead over here and take a look at this. Now, verses 52 to 54 through the Message reads, Jesus said, Put your sword back where it belongs. All who use the sword are destroyed by swords. Don't you realize that I am able right now to call my Father and 12 companies more if I want them? Of fighting angels would be here, battle ready. But if I did that, how would the scriptures come true that say this is the way it has to be? There you go. Broken down layman terms, right? Right. All right. And now on to 55. In that same hour said Jesus to the multitudes, Are ye come out against a thief with swords and staves for to take me? I sat daily with you, teaching in the temple, and ye laid no hold on me. But all this was done, that the scriptures of the prophets might be fulfilled. Then all the disciples forsook him and fled. Not one of them stood and stayed there with him. They all ran. And they that had laid hold on Jesus led him away to Caiaphas, the high priest, where the scribes and the elders were assembled. But Peter followed him afar, off unto the high priest's palace, and went in and sat with the servants to see the end. Now the chief priests and elders and all the council sought false witness against Jesus to put him to death, but found none. Yea, though many false witnesses came, yet found they none. At the last came 2 false witnesses, and said, This fellow said, I am able to destroy the temple of God and build it in 3 days. And the high priest arose and said unto him, Answerest thou nothing? What is it which these witness against thee? But Jesus held his peace. And the high priest answered and said unto him, I adjure thee by the living God, that thou tell us whether thou be the Christ, the Son of God. Jesus saith unto him, Thou hast said. Nevertheless I say unto you, hereafter shall ye see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power, and coming in the clouds of heaven. Then the high priest rent his clothes, saying, He hath spoken blasphemy. What further need have we of witnesses? Behold, now ye have heard his blasphemy. What think ye? They answered and said, He is guilty of death. Then did they spit in his face and buffeted him, and others smote him with the palms of their hands, saying, Prophesy unto us, thou Christ, who is he that smote thee? Now Peter sat without. I'm sorry. Maybe it might be easy for some of y'all to come and read these parts, but for me, I can never read these without starting to get upset. I can never read these passages without just starting to, yeah. Now Peter sat in the palace, and a damsel came unto him, saying, Thou also wast with Jesus of Galilee. But he denied before them all, saying, I know not what thou sayest. And when he was gone out into the porch, another maid saw him and said unto them that were there, This fellow was also with Jesus of Nazareth. And again he denied with an oath, I do not know the man. And after a while came unto him they that stood by, and said to Peter, Surely thou also art one of them, for thy speech bewrayeth thee. Then began he to curse and swear, saying, I know not the man. And immediately the cock crew. And Peter remembered the words of Jesus, saying, which said unto him, Before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. And he went out and wept bitterly. All right, y'all. So that was the end of chapter 26. Tomorrow, I do got some on my glasses. Tomorrow we will be back for chapter 27. And I pray, my allergies are going. I'm sorry, y'all. I got allergies, and this is just, like I said, I can never read this portion in the beginning, and the worst hasn't even happened yet, but I can't without what they did to our Savior, who was just trying to tell folks. That part don't stir up something in you, man. I don't know what will. I mean, we're going to be getting into the worst of it. We've only got 2 more chapters of Matthew. Tomorrow was chapter 27. Like I said, 28 is the last. So, in 28 is actually it's really short. 27 is quite long. So just like this one was, we got through it pretty quickly, but still. So I do want to thank you all though for coming in and reading this with me tonight. I pray this has edified your soul as it has edified mine, reading through this again and reading through this with you all. I pray this has touched y'all in some way. I hope it is brought to bring somebody back or to bring somebody to Yeshua for the first time. Now my eyes are itching. But still, God bless you all. God bless you all. And if you have any comments or questions, go ahead and leave those in the comments below. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. Or if you don't feel comfortable leaving those in the comments, please feel free to go ahead and send those to me through Messenger. Now, you can hit me up through Facebook Messenger, which is Kendrea Hoyle, KENDREAHOYLE, or you can send those questions to me on Instagram, which is at Kenny Hoyle, which is KENNIIHOYLE. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. If I don't know the answer to the questions, I got people who I can reach out to that are pastors, apostles. They up there, where I don't have that status as of yet, but I can reach out to them. And of course, I pray on it too, though I do encourage too, whatever you may have a question into, also, pray, ask God. God is more than happy to answer any questions that we may have. And sometimes he may send them by other people. Sometimes he may send them to you by speaking to your spirit. Sometimes he may send them to you by, while you're asleep. He'll send them to you in a dream, but he will always find some way to answer you. And then, of course, you can always go to him for confirmation as well. That's what we're supposed to do. So, also, if you have any prayer requests, please feel free to leave those in the comments below. And especially if you'd like me to pray for somebody, you can leave those in the comments. But if you don't feel comfortable doing so, leave them for the public to see, you can always send them to me through Messenger, like I said, through Facebook or Instagram. I'm more than happy to pray for anybody. If you don't feel comfortable saying what's going on, that's completely fine as well. I completely understand. You can just say, hey, Ken, I need you to pray. Can you pray for me? Or can you pray for so-and-so? All I ask if it's someone else, all I ask is that you please leave the name so that way I can call the name out in prayer. I thank you all for coming in and doing this with me. Us learning together has definitely been a blessing to me. I pray this has been a blessing to somebody else as well. If I could just leave y'all with this, your loved ones, if you can, pray for them. Reach out to them if things aren't too bad. I know sometimes there are reasons people have to disconnect from people. I know that. But talk to your people. Don't wait so long like I did and you don't get the chance to just say hey anymore. So I'm not going to go into nothing. I miss my friend right now. I miss my friend a lot. So God bless y'all though. I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a good evening. I pray y'all have a good day tomorrow, because tomorrow was Wednesday already. Tomorrow was Wednesday. Have a blessed Wednesday, and I will see y'all tomorrow night for chapter 27. Bye.